Hi everyone, I'm Tim and thanks for tuning into this Testament Signs of Chaos guitar lesson. If you love full song tutorials, theory, improv tips, and more, be sure to hit like and subscribe so that you see this content. And let's get right into it. Tuning first, if you want to play along to this lesson as well as the album, then you'll want to be half a step down, so just drop all your strings half a step. E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat from the low string to the high string. Okay. Now, let's get right into it. He's got some really colorful note choices in this solo that really make it stand out. So let's see what he's doing. We're in E minor, and we start off with this repeating E minor type lick. So we have three notes here. Before we get into the repeating thing, we just go on the B string, 12 to 15 hammer, and then up to the 12th fret on the high string. And then we have this repeating thing. Okay, it's four notes that repeat. Bend 15 on the B string, up to the high string 12, and then 15 to 12, pull off on the B string. Okay, that's those four notes. So we're gonna do that 3 times. Okay, so put that together so far. We have this. Now, we're going to go up to the 16th fret on the high string, bend that a whole step, and then release it, and then hit it again. Be sure to give some of these notes really good vibrato. He's got some wicked vibrato throughout this solo, so work on that to make those notes stand out. So our first phrase goes like this. Okay, moving into the second phrase, it sounds like this. Okay, so it's the exact same. We've got that repeating thing. All of this is the same. Now, just the last note changes. It's the 14th fret on the D string. You'll want to bend that half of a step and then release it again, just like we did. We're just duplicating what we did up here. We're just doing it on a different note. Okay, be sure to give it a pinch harmonic on that second hit there, okay? So our second phrase goes like this. Okay, now, our third phrase is the exact same as the first, except for one note, okay? And that comes in on the little repeating pentatonic thing. It goes like this. Okay, I don't know if you caught that. At the very end, we're gonna double pick the 12th fret on the high string, okay? So we do this. There's a double pick right there, okay? So at the very end, okay, there's just that quick little double pick. So I'll play it slow for you again so you get it. Okay, other than that, that phrase is the same as the first one. And then we do this repeating pentatonic thing one more time. Okay, and that one, a little bit tougher to get that just right. There's a lot of nuances in this solo that it's difficult to pull it off and make it sound just right. But again, this pulling or the repeating pentatonic thing at the beginning is the same. Now, what we want to do is grab the B string and the G string at the 15th fret. We're gonna, it might take you a little bit of work if you're not used to fretting 2 strings at the same time as you bend, but you're gonna fret both of those, bend them up 2 whole steps, and then just grab the 15th fret on the B string and really give it a wide vibrato, okay? So that fourth phrase again, nice and slow. Okay, now the toughest lick, in my opinion, of this solo. Okay, it's another repeating thing. And what we're gonna do is we have a little pickup note. We hit the 12th fret on the high string before we get into it. Okay, so what we have here is, these are the notes that we want to fret, is 12, 16, and 18 on the high string, and then just 12 and 15 on the B string. So we have these 5 notes. Okay, now it's quite a stretch, but what we're gonna do is hit that 18th fret with our pinky, and then bend it a half a step and release, and then pull off through that string, so to the 16th fret to the 12th fret. And then come down to the B string, 15 to 12, pull off. That's that first beat. You can really hear, it goes by really, really fast, but that very first beat that he does this repeating thing on is slightly different than the next 3, where you can really hear that pitch on the 18th fret first before it's bent, right? And then the next 3 beats, it's just, you don't hear that. You don't really hear the 3, you just hear 2, like that. So that's the difference between the first beat and then these last 3. So the first time, and then you repeat it 3 more times. Okay, and that goes by wicked fast. And then, okay, then you want to grab the 18th frets on the 2 high strings, and just like before, you want to grab 2 strings at the same time. Bend them a half a step, release, and then just hit the 18th fret on the high string and really give it a good vibrato. Okay, so that phrase, nice and slow for you, goes like this. Okay, one other thing too I wanted to draw your attention to with that lick, since it is the hardest lick, again, in my opinion, maybe some of you will have a little easier time of this, but it seems like the toughest lick to me in this whole thing. But to really make it pop, because it's played so good on the album, right? Like, it's phenomenal really how well he played that. But you really want to hit that 18th fret every time your pinky goes down, hit it hard, and you'll hopefully get it to pop like it is on the album, right? That's what you're going for, is that, you know, you hit it really hard, be confident with it. It's going to take some practice for sure for a lot of you, I'm sure. Now, after that lick, what we have is a diminished scale run. Okay, and it sounds like this. I'll play it, you know, at a medium tempo. Okay, so it's really nothing fancy other than it's a diminished scale, so it might be a new territory for a lot of you, but it's quite easy on the fingers because it's a repeating pattern, right? The diminished scale is an 8-note symmetrical scale, so that symmetry lends it some nice patterns around the fretboard. Okay, so we're going to start off on the high string, 10, 12, 10, hammer pull, and then we get into this repeating thing that you'll see isn't so bad once you get your fingers used to this repeating pattern that's happening. We're going to go 12, 11, 9, slide down to 8 on the B string, and then hammer back up to 9, 11, pull off 9, 8, right? And that's really all that we're doing now on every single string. And if I start on that B string with my 3rd finger and then switch to my pinky, but you could start with your pinky and then every single string is going to be the exact same for you. But so we have that on the top 2 strings. And then we just come down and do this same pattern again. And we're going to start on the 10th fret of the G string. So 10, 9, 7, slide down to 6, 7, 9, 7, 6. Okay, and now we do that same pattern on the D string, starting on the 9th fret. 9, 8, 6, down to 5, 6, 8, 6, 5. Again, on the A string, start on the 8th fret. 8, 7, 5, 4, 5, 7, 5, 4. And that leads us on our last string, start on the 7th fret. 7, 6, 4, 3, 4, 6, 4, 3. Now, at that point, we are also going to add in a slide down to the 1st fret and then pull off to open. Okay, so put that whole thing together, it goes like this. Dive the bar at the end, and that's the full thing. So because the solo isn't super long, I'll just play it slow for you, and you can follow along with the whole thing. Here we go. Once again, thanks for tuning into this Testament Signs of Chaos guitar lesson. I hope you learned something. It was a fun one to figure out. I've got more Testament on the way, so be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.